Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy 15. In the last episode, we were doing some quests on this side of the map. We did some exploration around this area, I think. I think we also completed our most recent main quest as well. We completed the end of Chapter 4. So anyway, or was it Chapter 3? I don't remember. Anyway, we are here in the Malachi Hills, ready to make some tracks with our current main quest. And so, as you can see, we have actually waited. I have waited here at the campsite until nightfall. And the reason for that is that we have a hunt that's very close by that I think we might as well take on. Seeing as, I think it definitely makes sense for us to be taking on things like hunts and stuff like that as well. Ooh. An Spiracorn. Which is obviously an interesting one. Experience casts are quite nice. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, as we will take off the Shield of the Just, obviously it was incredibly useful as we found out last time in terms of how much it buffs our stats by, but I think for now we'll keep it, and if we're really struggling with battles, then we might readjust accordingly. Anyway, so we are at night because we have a hunt that's going on very close by, up here, in these ancient ruins up here, in the Malachi Hills. And these ruins are actually also the location of the first dungeon of this chapter, that dungeon being Fociaugh Hollow. So we will be coming back around this area.
Can't get a hold of her. Iris? She call you? No messages.
And speaking of that, so here we have it. Fociaugh Hollow. Grotto tucked away deep in the woods of the Malachi Hills. After a recent string of incidents involving a speaking serpent who absconded with several small children, nearby residents dared not approach the mouth of the cave. In their despair, the citizens called upon the aid of the former oracle, Sylvia Vieux-Fleuret. After luring the snake-like demon into the hollow, the oracle trapped it inside. While no other kidnappings have occurred since the sealing of the cave, one can still hear the hissing wails of the serpent within. Perhaps coincidentally, several eyewitnesses say they spotted a woman marching towards the grotto a few weeks before the first incident was reported. The woman in question had allegedly lost her baby to a band of demons and was presumably off in search of her stolen child. Any connection between these events, however, remains purely speculatory. So, some hints towards the nature of our final boss that we're going to, within Fociaugh Hollow. But as I say, Fociaugh Hollow itself is a dungeon for probably another day. We're probably not going to get onto it this episode. We might do. Depends on what sort of things there are for us to do around the Ulster Slough sort of area. Or Ulster Slough, I can't remember how we pronounced it. Anyway, so we are here with our hunt. Our hunt is taking on these Thunderbombs. They are level 21. And their main things are normal swords and daggers. So let us adjust. Now I think you should have those and that. So, Thunderbombs, as with most bomb-type enemies, as you might imagine, they will get you can see that there are varying sizes at the moment. Need to be careful. Oh, we've also got some vortices, just good. We might as well do this just to grab the AP, I think.
Ignis, ready. Okay. Enough.
Okay, so we have Armaga.
Oh, hi there, opening. Nice one, Pronto. It's nothing.
You're on fire today.
What can I say? Never knew what hit off.
Okay, there we go. So we take out our targets. And we also take down the Vortooths. Nice, not too bad, that one.
Oh, glad that's over.
Let's go back and play video games.
Go back where?
To our hotel room?
Not gonna happen.
Okay, so now that we've done that,
Let's go.
we will be making our way towards the first rune stone to start completing the Hexatheon's blessing. But before we do that, seeing as we're in the residence sort of around the area of Wiz's Chocobo Ranch, I think we will do some Chocobo races. Both because they're pretty fun, and also because our Chocobo, as you can see down below, has an incredibly extended stamina meter thanks to the greens that we fed them at camp.
What is the king's calling exactly?
Well, become best buds with the gods, maybe?
Legend has it the king once stood alongside the Six in the battle to banish the darkness.
Darkness seems awfully vague.
So,
Thanks for the ride.
we arrive here at
Thanks, buddy.
the Chocobo racetrack, and we're going to be able to take on a fair few more racers here.
Here we go.
So the first one is a hoops race, and these races are, as you might imagine, essentially obstacle courses. You rush through different obstacles, and there are a bunch of hoops that you need to jump through over the course of the track. This one's particularly simple, and what we do want to do right at the start is pop over this way to try and find one of the various pairs. There we go, the Mamook pair. Well, actually, we should be able to get nearly all of the pairs in this episode, as completing the race against Ignis in the dark when it's raining pretty much ticks off all of the boxes that we might need, which is quite handy. So that's the only tough one. If only because platforming with the Chocobo is notoriously... there we go. Can be a bit tetchy. But we should have enough time, even with our excursion to get the pair, to complete this. Yeah, there we go. 10 seconds left. So not particularly fast, but gets us exactly what we need, which is what's the important thing.
Nice riding. You got the Grange Gallop licked. Already a new course for you. I've got special prizes for them that post good times, so give it your best now. Hey, y'all here to ride? We've got a new course if you're interested.
So, if we go to... So our next
I
race,
have no intention of losing.
as we can see, is against... is against Ignis.
Ready? Go!
Shall we?
So this is one of the longer tracks. And we should be able to get 3 whole pairs along this route. But if we do that, it's unlikely that we're going to be able to also beat Ignis in the race.
I'm impressed.
But we'll give it a go. That's not going to help.
Too easy.
So our first search repair takes us down here. And there it is, just there. The second one is just here. And the third one a little further along as well. So, all of these pairs, I think I've spoken about this in a previous episode, but just to be clear, they're only available in certain races. Furthermore, some of them have other stipulations, such as only being available at certain times of day. So, for example, at least one of those pairs is only available at night. And similarly,
I want a rematch.
Similarly, some are only available during certain types of weather. So be it rain. Generally, it's the rain that you're most looking at there.
Nice riding. Didn't quite get there, huh? Well, there's always next time.
Okay, so we obviously can't leave it on
Hey,
that.
y'all here to ride?
So let us get
This being a
our
race, I have no
revenge.
intention of losing.
And obviously, all of these quests, the reason that we collect those pairs is in order to give us the widest variety of potential Chocobo customization options.
Good show! just begun.
Well, I hope so, otherwise you are being destroyed, Iggy. So this is the longer course, and once we, and so having completed it, we've now seen all 3 of the courses that are available here at the Chocobo racetrack.
Too easy.
Oh dear.
I've only just begun.
So these guys do tend to sort of have little speed bursts right at the end, but I think we are more than far enough ahead to guarantee a pretty easy win there. And with it we get a Corso medal, to which we can pin on our Chocobo, along with the other ones.
Nice riding. Congrats. I'll have a new course ready for next time. Don't rest on those laurels, eh?
Okay, so we could do the next couple, I think, but I think for now we should be fine to move on. So the next thing we need to do is head back into the Nebula Wood in order to take on where the wild Chocobos are, which is the next quest from Wiz.
Easy now.
So,
Thought we'd never get here.
I am famished.
really? We got such a big... Anyway, so Wiz's quests all revolve around different Chocobos. So obviously this one we're trying to catch a picture of a Chocobo, a wild one in particular. In other ones you'll like find you know, injured Chocobos and sort of help them and all this sort of stuff. The main reason you want to do this, I think he'll also give you more things. There you go. He'll also give you more items in terms of customization items for your Chocobo. And furthermore, it will improve the range of meals available at his restaurant, much like Taka. Something I actually do want to do, I need to change Gladios from Tempest because that's maxed out, so we'll bring it back to Dawnhammer. So yeah, in this quest we sort of retrace our steps through the Deadeye quest. As we track this this Chocobo. And upon doing so, like I said, we'll be able to just hand this back to Wiz and start another quest.
Cindy is the sweetest girl ever.
Here we go again.
Going out of her way to help us these past couple days. I'm sure she's had better things to do.
All for a lost cause. Now I feel bad for turning down the courtesy car.
A courtesy car's no regalia.
Would have felt like cheating.
Besides, Cindy's a big girl.
So, you think she'll call again soon?
Soon, huh? Not soon enough for you, lover boy.
Okay. So...
Looks like wild Chocobo country to me.
Indeed. Let's search the area.
I mean, have you not seen the Chocobo? There she is.
Oh, there she is. I'm on it.
Oh.
Perfect. Got the shot.
Now we can head back with the photograph.
You're sure you got a proper shot?
Dude, it's me.
Take any for yourself.
Dude, it's me.
It is very much, it is Prompto. And we wouldn't expect any lesser from you. So we are going to head out the north way, seeing as that's going to lead us closer to where those lightning strikes are happening, and hence where we need to be going for the next main story quest. We'll be able to return back to Wiz, both to hand in our hunts and also to hand in this quest and start the next one. When we come back that way, when we start heading towards Fociaugh Hollow. So it will very much be a case as to what sort of things there are to do to the north of here, around the sort of, as they say, around the Ulster Slough sort of area. If we find that there's plenty for us to do, then we'll do it, and if there isn't, then we'll try and get on with the main story and finish the sort of the first half of this chapter in the game.
Still can't get through.
Perhaps she's unable to answer.
But I told her to be ready and pick up when I call.
Let's hope she's all right.
So, some suspicious goings on, which are worrying, certainly, for Gladio in terms of Ignis's radio silence. But in the meantime, all we can do is persevere, continue onwards, and see what we can do.
Umbra's the only one making deliveries. Wonder what Prina's up to.
Haven't seen her.
Probably because she's traveling around with her owner.
You know, I really miss that dog.
So, Prina is a dog that goes around with Luna. So obviously you have Umbra and Prina. They're two dogs that can travel miraculous amount of distances and all this sort of stuff. I don't think it's ever specifically said if they are like anything beyond just very, very capable dogs, but they obviously are. That should be clear enough. Okay, so that's up here, the Hexatheon's Blessing. And then we'll head over to Koenig's Ulster and see if there's anything for us there. As the sun is just about coming up. Where's my Chocobo? There you are. I was worried.
Let's go.
So this is the particular reason, for example, why you would want to be, why you would want to have invested in.
We're outnumbered. Suppose we take them out one by one.
you know, why you really want to do stuff like the why you want to do the quest line involving Deadeye, because if you don't, then you've got to deal with seems very much what these guys would be doing. They wouldn't just let the Imperials blockade the road. And so we take out the Imperial mechs and the like in a pretty impressive explosion there. Because we are poisoned. Don't quite know how that happened, but we are. And it looks like we've got someone we can help here.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. My car is stuck.
So we'll complete Wild Beasts on the open road.
What a relief. Thank you.
Ooh, that couldn't have gone any better.
Okay. So, with that...
Knocked. Overhead.
So Chocobo moved. Unfortunately, it looks like she has. But it's just another couple of hundred feet for us to head this way. To the first of three key... So obviously the Empire has been aware of
You're on fire today.
a because I need the fire spell.
Roll job. Damn it. Where'd you learn that one, Knocked?
They won't know what hit them.
There we go.
None the worse for wear.
Okay.
Bring on the next one.
So we take care of those Imperial troops. But yeah, so this is the first of a couple of key sort of just regions that we need to reach on the map, indicated by where all the lightning is striking. And these regions will then help us continue towards what our next summon, our next member of the Hexatheon wants us to
You
do.
don't appreciate what you have till it's gone.
Man, in that car we were unstoppable.
She was our home away from home.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys, we'll get the car back. Might just take a little time, that's all. Okay, so the first one is here.
The young prince is recovering well?
Who?
Gentiana, a messenger. The prince has read of our kind?
Oh, I tried to, but I only know what Luna told me.
Lady Luna Freya.
Yeah, Luna for Luna.
It is heartening to see the future king and the oracle enjoy such familiarity. The fate of our world may depend on it.
I remember back in Tenebrae with Gentiana.
The revelation of the Storm Sender awaits the king. Hurry hence to the eye of the storm. Foreign hordes fear the true king's ascension. The fearful seek to seal the path of what must come.
What is it? Another headache?
I heard her. Gentiana.
Divine voices in your head again?
Hopefully it won't amount to the same headache it did with the Archean.
So, as we hear from Gentiana, don't know if we've ever...
Oracle's call awakens the gods. That their blessings bind the king.
You alright? What did she say?
That Luna's awakening the Six.
So as we hear, both from Gentiana and what we've heard before, Luna Freya is currently in the process of, as they call, awakening. She's entreating with the members of the Hexatheon, all 6 of them, one by one. And in doing so, she is obviously great risk to herself, which is
Who's up for a bite?
something we should definitely, shouldn't not be forgotten.
Riding with you.
But, she's doing that primarily because we need...
They're out.
Can't let him see this.
He'd be crushed.
in order to allow Noctis to achieve the power that he needs in order to continue to make progress, and in order for him to fulfill his destiny and his role in the whole story.
Thank you for coming.
Nothing for us to buy
Cut
there.
it out, man.
So those are the key things. Ooh, there's another radio. I don't know whether there'll be anything new. Sorry, I thought I saw I misread the map in terms of where the signals were. Anyway, and I don't know if we've ever fully gone into why Noctis was in Tenebrae, so we can discuss that as well. That is explained in the Brotherhood. Is that? I think that is one of our caricatures. Certainly looks like one of the characters. I don't know whether it counts though. I guess it doesn't. Or that, or we've already got it and I'm just being forgetful. But anyway.
Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Didn't think you had it in you.
So we complete Thunder in them Thar hills.
What's on your minds?
And let's check our hunts.
So, you think you're pretty tough?
So
huh?
a few new ones available here. Got Untamed wild horses with some what look to be Spiracorns. We've got Rain Triumphant.
Best of luck.
Most of these are around our level, so I think we might as well accept them. Cockatrice. Yeah, 3 Cockatrice. And then also some Awakening of the Catoblepas. Or I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, but there we go. And yeah, we'll just check the radio. I think we have already done it.
In response to concerns among Claim locals over the sudden disappearance of the meteor from the disk of Cothes, the stolen-based...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have already listened to all of those, so I'm not too worried about that. Anyway, so yeah, so as we head towards this next section, let's talk about sort of... Okay, if I just quickly check where these other ones are. So Untamed Wild Horses down there, Rain Triumphant, Rogues of Rydielle Ley, and that. So they're all pretty much in the same region, and we might as well take them all on. I don't know how easy they're going to be, but let's take them on anyway. That's the fun of it. Okay, so as you were saying, Noctis, he, as a boy, he's attacked by a demon, and this naturally greatly worries everyone, given that he is this famed king, this king of Ramuh, who's meant to solve a huge number of problems and, you know, finally banish away the darkness. And so, to great risk, they smother him away to Tenebrae.
If the ferry at Galden were running, we'd probably be in Altissia by now.
The port's still closed?
Safe to assume.
Imperials above us!
Thanks.
So yeah, so they run all the way to Tenebrae in order for the Oracle at the time, Luna Freya's mother, in order for her to heal him.
Thanks for the ride.
And this is obviously incredibly risky, seeing as Tenebrae was Imperial territory at that point, and naturally being deep within enemy territory is exactly what you don't want to be doing at the time. But they decided that Noctis's health was worth the risk, because of how important he's going to be in the grand scheme of things. Furthermore, it obviously gave him a chance to then interact with Luna, with other important people in terms of in Tenebrae, to then help him sort of as he goes on forwards. Okay, so what do we want to use? All of the higher level stuff seems to... There you go. Always seems to have a negative side effect with it, and all the other stuff is generally slightly rarer than we might want. Still, we will grab some Element C deposits, and I think we'll also stay at this haven just to refresh our... seeing as we're going to be doing a lot of battles, just to refresh our...
This one's no joke.
Our buffs and things like that. Okay, weak to polearms and ice and machinery.
Gotcha! It's all you!
Allow me.
Easy peasy.
That's it.
Ignis and his
I've come up with a new
spell
recipe.
daggers
Can't wait to try it.
doing a great job there. So that's why that time ago that Noctis and Luna sort of started interacting. It's implied, but not sort of made absolutely clear, that they've obviously kept interacting in terms of those little books that they've been sending back and forth.
Earthquakes. They've died down.
Oh yeah, forgot about those.
And that sort of, you know, they've had this sort of long lost sort of idea between the two of them. Okay.
It sucks when it rains.
So, what sort of things do we have? Attack base 10. That's a pretty good one. 8/8. That one prevents poison. I'm trying to think. We're facing Cockatrice. These Toadsteak Drumsticks, which we've just unlocked. Yeah, why not? Give us a nice big buff to our attack. As Prompter gains another filter. Gets the filter Bloom for reaching level 7. So that was quite cool there. Ignis atop his mighty steed. I have no idea what that wave is, but it looks really cool. So, we'll be completing a number of side quests, as we have a tour event here.
Hey, Noct, I want to go take some pics tomorrow morning, and I could use your help. What do you say?
Sure, why not?
Sweet! I'll wake you up when it's time.
So, as we've seen before, we have these little tour quests, which occur whenever you stay
Right, let's hit it.
Where are we going anyway?
at a specific...
To the slough to shoot a Catoblepas. Where's my camera? In order to do that, though, we're gonna need to pick some mushrooms first. They say the big fellas can't get enough of them. With the mushrooms, we can lure one in nice and close. It's foolproof. Mushroom picking takes a fun guy.
So you're not even listening.
Okay, so... It's actually kind of similar, given that we're heading down to the slough and we're going to see a Catoblepas, as Prompto calls them.
Noct, over here. Here's one. Let's find more.
Some enticing truffles are what we're looking for.
Noct, I think I found one.
It's useful that Prompto just finds them. This is much faster than if I was.
Nice. Let's grab just one more for the road. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so it looks like we weren't actually meant to find them, given that there was literally nothing there.
Even by your standards.
Dude, a huge opportunity like this doesn't come by often. I can't afford to miss it. You wouldn't pass on a big fish, am I right?
I guess.
Dude, these mushrooms are the ticket to photographing a close encounter of the Catoblepas kind. Let's head over to the slough. Come on, Noct! Hurry up! Alright, so, I need you to stand right here with the mushrooms.
What?
You lure him in and I shoot.
You serious?
Of course. Should be easy, right?
Yeah, easy to get my ass killed.
So, cool, stylish, charming, and the ultimate pose. So, you can actually fight the Catoblepas in this little thing here.
Taking the shot or what?
Not just yet.
But, obviously if you do so, you will only have you and Prompto, which makes it a much harder fight than if it was.
Pretty close. Just a little closer.
It's good enough. Take it.
And given that we're going to be fighting a Catoblepas in just a sec, I figured we might as well just run away there. But a nice little simple tour.
Should be safe here.
I got a shot, but it's too far away from you. If only you didn't chicken out.
If you don't like it, hold the damn mushrooms yourself.
No way. I'm the photographer here.
Prompto.
Just kidding. Sorry, dude. Please don't hurt me. You're the best, Noct.
Okay, the vintage filter is now available. That's interesting.
All right. Mission accomplished.
Thanks to who?
My hero, Noct.
And as ever, you get a nice chunk of AP by doing those hunts, those tours, I should say. Again, they're only available at certain havens, and that's definitely one that's pretty simple and nicely available here over in Ulster Slough. And now it's time for us to take on a Catoblepas and see.
Are you kidding me? That thing's huge.
So, what do we have in terms of weaknesses and all that jazz? So, weak to polearms and ice and machinery, which means that Ignis could be very useful here. We'll bear that in mind. In terms of Noctis, I think we'll just keep with what we've got. But I will exchange this for the shield. And we'll exchange our spell for some Blizzaros.
How do you even fight? I think I already know how that's going to go.
Prompto, you're up. I'm impressed.
It's nothing.
Lights on.
That was close. Too close.
It's an eat or be eaten world.
It's all you.
Ooh, jeez, that was... So it just roared at us and did a huge amount. That quick recipe didn't seem to do much for me, I'll be honest, so...
One false move and we're done for.
Just keep it together, Prompto.
Damn it.
This is how it feels to be rescued by a prince.
Go back to sleep, beauty.
Damn it.
All back.
My bad.
Ooh, knocked it down. Excellent.
Give it your all, Noct. Leave it to me.
Damn. Missed my opportunity. Oh well.
Alright, boys, we're in the home stretch.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Get your act together. Thanks for that.
Hey, Ignis, instructions.
Everyone regroup.
Pumped up.
Oh, hi there, opening.
I'm impressed.
Excuse me?
Kind of you.
Thanks for that.
Hey, never mind.
Pumped up, you're up.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Nice one, Prompto.
This definitely hasn't been as hard as I was as some of the other battles. There we go. Lovely. And we get ourselves a Catoblepas Fang, which is nice. As we take down the
everything we had.
big
You
monster.
should be proud you gave it your all.
I've got nothing left.
Okay, so we have another fishing spot just over here as well.
Let's fish.
Like a kid in a toy shop.
Let's see what we have available. Nothing big
The line is wearing thin.
or particularly exciting, it seems, but we'll see.
Come on, come to Papa.
on, you know you're interested.
Knocked. Stop reeling.
So, in the shadow of the Catoblepas, we can catch ourselves a Barramundi, a Dank Barramundi to be precise. They seem to be the ingredient fish around here. Seem to be having a harder time attracting these ones, but there we go.
Ease off on the reeling.
I really don't need to. With my super powerful fishing at the moment. So we don't want to do too much fishing, just because I am aware of my own buffs. It'd be a shame to waste them. My food buffs and all that.
Focus.
Not. You can show a bit of emotion, you know.
So see if we can't catch these last few Barramundi. Come on, this is supposed to be a lure that they love.
About time for a new line, ain't it? Almost got him. Don't let up.
There we go.
You did good.
Not. You can show a bit of emotion, you know.
Seeing as we're in the Ulster Slough, I'll see if we do have any Ulster bass. See no reason why not to. Come on. Catoblepas are making the racket. Come on, fish. I can see that you're interested. You followed it all this way. You might as well keep going. Come on.
Teeny, tiny fishes.
There we go.
Focus.
Was that worth the wait?
Last one.
As he says, it will be the last one. Just another bluegill, but that's okay.
Noct, the line is wearing thin.
So we'll leave it here, but we'll make note of another fishing spot. What's that one called? The Ignis Tower Front. And instead, what we will do is concentrate on making our way round the side of our of Ulster Slough, because we've got this one first. And to be fair, we could actually bring over our Chocobo and have a swim. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there's a different music track for when they're swimming. Okay, so we've dealt with Garrula and Garrulessa before. I think this shouldn't be too much of a challenge, hopefully. Obviously, the main challenge is the Garrulessa, which is weak to great swords and fire, so Gladio will obviously be a big help here. So, as ever, Prompto is very useful if we can stay at range, and as soon as it gets sort of hairy, as soon as he gets in close, that's when we need to be very careful. We'll swap over to Gladio as fast as possible. So we get some stakes. And pretty simple there. Ooh.
What happened to running away?
Someone has to bring up the rear.
Say your prayers. How about this?
Hell yeah!
Whoop. Oh, look at this guy!
Magnificent.
I can barely do anything anymore!
Hit it, Gladio!
Looks like we've got in the middle of a lot of different battles here, which we did not intend to, but there we go.
Never fear, Prompto's here!
So yeah, we need to be careful with the Gigantoad. I would just...
Watch the enemy's movements and jump right in. Got it.
Out of the way!
You need you, Iggy. The pan is mightier than the sword, eh?
Little Mr. Nice Guy! Say your prayers!
A rather tiring endeavor.
It was. There was quite a lot going on there, and we just about got through it, which is good. Okay, so the next battle that we have are against some Cockatrice. So our Chocobos just awaiting us over there.
Uh-huh.
Another Gigantoad.
Knocked. Overhead.
And more soldiers up ahead.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed. Say your prayers.
Not ideal. So, let us go to... Oh no, we're doing the Spiracorns next, okay. Okay, so...
Easy now.
So, let's head round here. To where those Spiracorns are waiting for us. There they are.
Thanks for the ride.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
So, these guys are weak to swords, shields, and fire. So, if you can break their horns, I think you get some pretty nice... I think the items that they drop are actually pretty powerful. As ever, we'll start with...
Oh, hi there, opening.
I'm in frack.
I got it!
Get back!
Watch yourself, no!
I know.
Careful, don't let him get you.
Sending you during later.
Gladio got him.
What did you expect?
That wasn't so hard.
It takes two. Ignis! If I may.
I think that was one of the best battles that we've done. That actually shows there the finesse offense. Nice and high there. Are they some? They're the Arbor, so they'll be aggressive towards us. No real need to start a further battle with those. Okay, so we got ourselves a chrome bit, and let us now head north, up towards where this story is.
Let's go.
Where the game wants us to go. Okay.
I never heard of Kyan before. Is it famous?
Not among masses, but its harbor was home to His Majesty's ship.
Bet everything's just the way he left it 30 years ago.
So, we found a harbor. Do we have a ship?
Maybe?
If not, we'll find one of those too.
How?
Okay, so we'll just check the map, just to make exactly sure as to where we need to be. The Rogues of Rydielle Ley. Cockatrice can be pretty dangerous enemies as well, so just bear that in mind. But doing 4 hunts sort of in a row would be a pretty good sort of results from this.
Anyone else feel like stopping back home?
Not before we take back what's ours.
All right, now that's what I like to hear.
It's not merely taking back, it's payback as well.
Okay, I'm aware that it's late, but I don't think it's... Is it late enough that we're not going to be able to see them? That'll be disappointing. Ooh. Nope. They are around. Excellent.
Wind's picked up.
Storm's gonna ruin my hair.
I'm not sure whether it's a storm.
So, level 35, 3 of them. What do we have? Weak to great swords, fire, and machinery. So another one where Gladio is gonna come into his own. One where we've got to be particularly careful.
Just what you need.
Yeah, just
Stuff.
Hit it, Gladio!
you asked for it.
Here I am! No wonder you're a nice guy!
So in the myths, cockatrices are known for delivering things such as, you know, toxins and poisons. And that looks like just what's happening here, is that we're being affected by this sort of stuff.
Say your prayers!
Watch out!
Isn't it a bit early to be taking a break from it?
Back to work I go!
So we actually got a quick little parry in there with Gladio.
Gotcha!
Same thing there.
Sure you can handle this? You bet. I'll prove it.
There we go. Okay, that was tough. We were doing a lot of damage, but they were doing a lot of damage back. And that's sort of what we expect, or at least what I'm kind of expecting from a lot of the battles at this point.
I want to just flop onto a hotel bed.
Cannonball for me.
Camp's not gonna cut it tonight.
But we did a really good, we did a pretty good job there of building up Gladio's rage meter, and then it was just about sort of delivering the big heavy hitting attacks, delivering his what they call glaive arts, which you can, which we can explore a lot more inside his episode, which is already up. And we'll talk about that probably next episode as well, because I think there'll be a bit that's relevant to it. Anyway, so coming up to the second of the key... Okay, there's a griffin, and it's level 50.
Like a real life RPG?
And it's level 53, so we'll just run away, I think. And hopefully just deal with the smaller guys. I don't particularly think we're at a point where we can take on a level 50 odd griffin.
Clean glasses. Capital idea, no?
Of course. My pleasure. Roger.
I'd be interested to know how much damage we've done to that griffin, 'cause I think we had to face a griffin in one of our hunts, and we did that obviously successfully, but it'd be...
Oh, hi there, opening. Nice one, Pronto.
Okay. So the answer is a pitiful amount, and again, I'm more than happy to leave the Griffin be. I'm trying to leave you be. Let's not fight. You can just fly away and continue to be pretty cute. I don't know if he only turns up if it's nighttime, but either way, I'm happy for us to just to leave the Griffin be, and we can move on to our second of 3 keystones, and then I think we probably will, if we have enough time. I think we do have just about enough time. We can then head off and tackle the Fociaugh Hollow dungeon, which will be good fun. And I think I'm now heading the wrong way because my map is not indicating the right spot. So we'll just
easy now.
Ignore all of this walking in the wrong direction. So I imagine it's further up this way.
The covenant is forged, but the revelation awaits. Make now for the storm sender and let judgment be passed.
Knocked! You okay?
So there we have it.
Yeah. Another reminder to receive the blessing.
That divine power's just waiting for you.
Thy revelation is the power of the 6 manifest. The stone commands that the king receive it.
What was it this time?
Said I'm the chosen one. Lucky me.
O king, journey to Fociaugh, the eastern hollow. The seal has been lifted. Deep within the heart of rock lies the runestone, the portal to power. No other can be allowed to find it.
The last one's in the cave.
Let's hurry up and get this over with.
Finally, time to meet with the storm sender.
You'd better look your best.
So there we have it. As we hit the Trial of Ramuh, we've already dealt with the Trial of Titan. So our second major...
This'll be quick.
Managed to enter first-person mode. I forgot that they actually included a first-person mode as well.
This is like a real-life RPG.
I was going to say that the sight of the griffin sort of just hanging about during the cutscene with Ramuh was pretty sweet. I quite enjoyed that as a little as an image. Anyway, so as we say, we're going to head back to Fociaugh. And in doing so, yeah, we'll be able to take on another dungeon, another large dungeon. Although probably not as involved as, say, the Glaciar as the Glaciar Grotto or anywhere like that.
Noct, what are your plans for after reuniting with Lady Luna Freya?
Not exactly like you can bring her along for the ride.
Think you might still pull off a wedding?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
And in returning this way, I think we'll also we'll drop by Wizzes once more to hand in his quest.
Picked up jump to throw in my eyes.
So that looks like it's just heading straight down. We've already got that treasure chest. I think that was the. I believe it was some. Either some Avengers or some Assassin's Daggers. Either way.
Imperials above us!
Thanks.
Some weapons, I believe. It should just be a case for us to just continue heading south. Around the fringes of the Nebula Wood. And this should bring us straight back into Wizzes. Where we'll be able to... like I say, hand in a quest. We'll check to see if there's any more. We could also stay and actually just bank in a little more experience, seeing as we've got a fair chunk at the moment. And I think after the end of the next one, it might all get totaled up. Well, I might be wrong. So,
we'll meet again.
Given that I might be wrong, I think I'll leave it for now. Anyway, so, quest.
Well, thank you. This is a fine photograph.
Is it what you needed?
Surely is. Good to see the birds in fine fettle.
You can tell just from a photo?
I've been raising birds a long time, son. Now, I owe y'all something by way of thanks. This here's yours, for your own Chocobo.
So we get a nice little chunk of experience. And as you see, we get some seeds and plum pits. All of those are, again, items that you will be able to use for Chocobo colors.
Good to see y'all.
Something wrong?
Well, word just came in that there's a Chocobo that's ailing out there. Would y'all mind going to take a look-see? I'd sure like to help the little guy if I can.
Sure, no problem.
So we have the next one of Wizz's quests, and where is that? Okay, so it's a little further south. We could do that alongside when we do some of our other hunts that are around that area, like Hammer the Cannibals and things from the past. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
So what'll it be today?
Let's cash in our hunts.
Glad to see y'all made it back in one piece. some pretty tough customers.
What we're really doing is really stacking up the gill at the moment.
Boy, you really saved our hides. Y'all are some pretty tough customers.
Okay, so up to 23 out of 50 towards rank 5. And some of the really tough hunts.
Grab some grub before you go.
So, let's check it out.
Season's been giving us a real hassle.
Okay, nothing here. The main one is just this one, but I think we'll need to be rank 5 for that, which is why it's faded out.
Grub it is. What can I get you?
And let's get a Chocobo. Have we done that before?
Can do. Hope y'all came hungry.
Look out, stomach.
Y'all come back soon.
Okay, so we've checked everything out around here. Is there anything that we couldn't buy? I severely doubt it.
Thanks. Come back soon.
But what I think we can now do is do some more customization.
The birds have been waiting for y'all. Y'all come back now. Welcome to the Chocobo Post.
Okay, so we still can't buy Selka screens. I think you'll only get that if we continue to
The birds have been waiting for y'all.
to complete Wizard's quests. Okay. So that gives us our 4 little medals there. There's one of them which I think we'll bear that in mind. Okay, so Noctis. So far we've obviously done yellow, white, lemon, and chartreuse. And now we've got a whole host of different options. Including some pale colours, some greens, some reds. What do we want to go for? We've got green and ink. There we go. Got a couple of green and a couple of emerald chocobos. You can't see too much difference there, but maybe in different light we can.
Y'all come back now.
And with that in mind,
Guy just glanced at the picture.
So we're looking for a sick chocobo, huh?
It might be prudent to take some medication along, just in case.
Yeah, best load up.
Sounds like a plan.
oh, pity we sort of overlapped the dialogue there. But oh well.
It's time. Gladio, come on.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's hit the road and go over to Fociaugh. Sort of come full circle, because this is pretty much where we started as well. We're doing that a little bit at the moment, sort of like nice little loops around.
This wind's strong.
No! My perfectly groomed hair!
Think you got it bad? Check out Ignis.
Whoa! You're right.
It's rude to stare.
That one was pretty close.
Which means we must be as well.
There's a good reason for that, seeing as we read before about Fociaugh Hollow, this area was sealed up due to its due to the tragedies that were occurring, and now
Look, over there. I bet that's the spot lightning struck.
And we're supposed to go inside?
Well, now it's been completely opened up.
Fociaugh Hollow.
No telling what waits inside.
Stay sharp.
Always.
So, another dungeon awaits
Drifting
us.
into the deep end.
I can't quite make out how deep it runs.
Only one way to find out, right?
As ever, these dungeons are some of my favourite parts of the game, just with
Got a bad feeling about this
all
place.
of the
As if danger lurks round every corner.
little,
Avoid all corners.
Hey, Knocked. Check this out.
all of these little bits of dialogue between the various characters that are being specifically gotten just for these little sequences. And each one works just as well as the others in terms of all of the dungeons. So, Fociaugh Hollow.
Should be able to slip through.
Let's see.
Tight squeeze.
Huh. Maybe for you. Pretty easy for me, though. On second thought, maybe not.
Let's go to...
Shh. Keep quiet.
Who? What? Where?
I don't know, but I don't like
So, we've got some imps to deal with. As usual, weak to guns and daggers.
You're on fire today.
I think we can handle this.
Don't let up now.
Nice.
Oh, sorry about that.
None the worse for wear.
Bring on the next one. I guess we could crawl through.
Don't lose your head.
That's it.
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.
Okay, a nice little free recipe there. Now, we get an Oracle Ascension coin. There are a few other nice things around here. More imps. They're not the nice things I was talking about. Though it is quite satisfying to be at the point where these imps are really not a threat to us. These thunderbombs, on the other hand, certainly more so.
You're up.
Nice one, Procto.
So the reason I chose Prompto Starshell is because it has the effect of weakening demons. which in effect lowers most of their stats and makes them a lot more vulnerable. And it's pretty useful in dungeons like these where you know you're going to be facing demons. So you pick up an Oracle card. I wonder what that is. We haven't really looked at our accessories in a fair while. Mystical card enhances spirit mildly. I did not mean to click that. So do we have? So we now have the silver bangle. And that enhances vitality, enhances magic. This enhances spirit. And then various things that protect them from that sort of stuff. Okay.
It never ends.
Where'd you learn that one, Naga?
Okay. So you got two paths. That music definitely works as a jump scare.
Just don't hit me. Nothing to it.
Trying to scare the hell out of you. So we pick up an amethyst bracelet. Okay, some thunder bombs.
You okay?
And that went very nicely. We pick up a Thieves Way, which I think is a unique piece of equipment. What have we got? Thieves Way. It reduces MP cost of phasing, which is pretty nice. So it obviously allows you to dodge, essentially for cheaper. And I think this is like the only place in the game where you can get it. So it's obviously well worth doing some exploring.
From the rear.
So clearly, if you've got relatively high magic, you can blitz through quite a bit of this, as a lot of the enemies are relatively low level and so die to a lot of your. It doesn't even need to be that strong.
Where to now?
Okay, so there's a magic flask, an incredibly important accessory in terms of it allows you to carry more spells. So definitely well worth finding that. Okay, what are we going to choose? Some kill casts. Got some dual casts. Most of these are dual cast. We've got some venom casts as well. So, assuming that this dungeon follows the usual pattern and that there'll be a lightning deposit somewhere later on, then I think we might as well just keep it.
Hold on a second. What hit him? Ignis! You mad, bro? What's the idea?
Apologies.
Whoa! Look at this guy!
Lovely.
That was a rather tiring endeavor.
Time for some well-earned R&R.
So as you can see, this the dungeon's pretty much just populated in terms of these small linear corridors in which you meet off in small battles against, obviously we've seen so far imps and bombs. And then eventually we'll come across a boss in the final arena, as you might imagine, given that it's a dungeon and all that.
Guys, wait! What was that sound?
Pronto! What happened? Hey, you alright? Over here. Pronto, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay! This place is literally the worst! And why did it have to be a snake? That thing dragged...
Okay then, so...
all the way over here!
They just keep coming. Keep sending him back.
Pronto! I'm on it! Yep. Here goes!
Good night.
So we've got some hobgoblins, and obviously Prompto has met the main boss of this section, a snake-type enemy, who we will meet in a second.
You what hit him?
Okay, excellent. So, are we fighting the boss, or is it just that there's more enemies around? Let's stick on some more strong magic. Got pretty lucky there in that it wasn't electric, but we'll take it. Because obviously if it had been electric, it would have healed our... Ooh, we got Mind Flare as well. They are not fun enemies to deal with.
Let me brighten your day! Get it!
And the second Mind Flare. So there are dangerous times when those Mind Flayers will charge at you with their tentacles sort of bared. And in doing so, they'll try and grab hold of you and essentially just sort of deal a load of damage by, grabbing onto you in that manner. So you can just run around the way if you go back this way. But if you'd rather rescue Prompto in a more prompt manner, as I did, you can obviously take the warp points during the battle and warp in. But just to sort of complete the map, we'll link back everything over here. Make sure that looks all nice and neat. Although we didn't do the other path, but we'll have to come back here at some point. Okay, so we've got a couple of items that we can find around this area. And then we will move on and continue to head towards the Naga awaiting for us as the final boss. So obviously warping down these paths has led us to more enemies. And the same thing here. These imps are not proving too much trouble for us at the moment, which is nice. So we reach a pool. The other route that we need to follow is going down this way. where the hobgoblins were. And this will take us to
Ooh, and what do we have here?
a blue
Might fetch a
choker.
pretty gill.
Speaking of selling things for gil, we do need to consider doing that with quite a lot of the sort of the stuff that we're getting in terms of
My sense we're on the right track.
lots and lots of equipment, pieces of equipment and things like that. Like we don't need 30 iron bangles.
She's here. I just know it. Show yourself already!
Cool it.
Okay, so we'll go to Element C and we'll make a lightning spell. Okay, so we've got Tricasts, Quintcasts, Heal Casts, Kill Casts. So we've now got pretty strong spells of every single element, which is really nice to have. And we should be able to be ready to come across our boss in this section here.
See? I told you! There she is! That's her! Do something, not!
Don't ask me, do it yourself.
So depending on whichever choice you make there, it doesn't really matter. You're always going to have a battle. So, yeah, we need...
Whatever that is, it's disgusting.
Stop bitching, start killing.
Yeah, let me analyze you. Was this always this high level when we got here, level 30? Great swords, daggers and ice is what we're looking for. So let's break out that nice strong ice spell that we have here. And also ooh. Oh, I've been turned into a toad. That's fun. So obviously we could heal that. with other methods.
It's all you. Allow me.
Did we get ice? We did get ice. That's amazing. Okay.
All right, boys, we're in the home stretch.
What was she talking about?
Beats me.
Oh, something about her baby.
Yeah, if it's anything like her, I ain't going near it. Oh. Do you guys see anything?
Nothing that's gonna snatch you up.
So, there we have it. That is the final boss. Obviously, being weak to daggers and ice makes Ignis an incredibly good choice for that battle. We also, having a powerful ice spell and all of this stuff, just good preparation. We find yet another door.
No luck. Guess we'll need another key.
The key question is, where do we look?
And then, rather than following Fociaugh Hollow, let's go the other side. And head up here.
That's the last runestone.
For what we'll find is the final runestone.
All right, you're up, Noct.
So there we have it, the mark of the Fulgurian. We have.
This is it. The power of the storm.
I expected more fire and brimstone.
Some gods are friendlier than others, I guess.
But not all of them. Poor Luna.
Perhaps you'd better console her in person.
Just a boat ride away.
Lose that scowl along the way.
Will do.
So, as we have it, we achieve the mark of the Fulgurian, a mark showing that Ramuh has taken favourably to us. And now, if we exit the cavern, I think we'll get some information about the regalia.
Hey, it stopped raining.
Guess Ramuh finally got sick of showers.
Up there! It's huge!
Way bigger than the last one we saw.
Yeah?
Hey, Highness. About your car.
Yeah?
Well, I found her, but she's at a base.
Oh.
Now, I can handle garage folk, no problem. But sweet-talking the Empire? That'll take some doing.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah?
We'll figure it out.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Later.
Who was that?
Cindy.
What? You can't talk to her like that.
Yeah, I can. I just did.
And did she have any choice words for you?
Yeah. The regalia's at an Imperial base.
Oh boy.
Guess that just leaves one question.
When do we retrieve her?
I'd say now.
This is nothing more than conjecture, but I suspect that ship was due to arrive far earlier. The thunder and lightning must have slowed it. There's a chance they intend to transport the regalia back to Niflheim.
We ought to thank the Thunder God for buying us some time.
But that time is running out.
Yeah, let's run in and ride off.
So, I think that is a pretty good spot at which we can finish up. So, we're going to head over here to the Arakiol stronghold. The stronghold that's located just a little way south of Lestolum. And in completing this one, we'll finally completing this chapter will allow us to break. I believe it'll allow us to break some of these blockades and allow us to get back into Lostolum. But as we can see, we are all the way over on this side of the map, which means that we have some nice choices to make in terms of what do we want to do on the way there. Because we could obviously go relatively straight. We've done most of the things up here in terms of stuff like a lot of the hunts from Koenig's Ulster. But what we might want to be thinking about is once more heading south, clearing out some of the remaining hunts that we have down here. We've got a quest from Dave down at Tailpar. And we've got a quest, we can complete Wiz's quest, that's down here in the Corsaery Plains. And then that, we could then head up north and then reach here instead. So we'll think about that. I'll have a think about as to what I want to do next time. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We have a shed load of experience for us to cash in at some point. Actually, you know what? Let's do some Ascension. Is there anything here in particular that I think I'd be particularly useful? So we've got Air Stride. We've got Blink Boost. Boost Blindside damage. That's pretty nice. Boost Warp Strike damage. That's also pretty nice. Okay, so these ones take a little bit more, so we'll leave them for now. So we've got the teamwork ones. Then there will be a few of these that are nice and cheap. These are all passive abilities that they will trigger just automatically, which is quite nice. And then we've got Link Strike damage and Death Blow. And we don't have enough AP for that one, but that would be useful. So the stats ones, these are generally, yeah, just increasing things by the number of stuff and accessories. Then we've got gaining experience is not particularly interesting. Gaining AP and gaining the items is more interesting. Restoring the wait time are not massively important. We're not really running low on wait time. So more stuff in the Armiger. So boost damage inflicted by the Armiger chain. Boost experience. Gain unlimited MP after executing it. And gain AP. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. Gaining AP for doing Armiger chain. All the more reason. And eventually, so I think alongside that, I think the next one I'm going to be looking at is just sort of stocking up some stuff. Because we really need, I think some of these are going to be really powerful. Obviously the 3/3/3 ones are very powerful. But extra powercraft would be quite nice. Just to boost the power of our stuff. Everyone has first aid. Don't think anyone has advanced first aid kit, which is fine. So yeah, I think we'll look at sort of the 99 for this one and for this one, and make sure that we get the AP for executing Armor Chain. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I hope you join me on the next, where, as I say, we're going to definitely do the Iraqiol Stronghold, I imagine. But it'll just be a question of how we get there and what path we take. So if you enjoyed this episode, hope you'll join me on the next.